weapons. And so in order to make those weapons fire effectively, you need to have a point guard that can distribute, and she really comes in with that credential and characteristic of being a distributor, and I think that was what was great about Sabrina's game last year, and they're going to need some more of that to make this team really, really fire on all cylinders.
Today's officials: Brian Woods, Chuck Gonzalez, Corey Long, all masked up, as we are broadcasting the game with masks. The only ones, the players out there without masks, the coaches, everybody. You're in the building, mask up. That's the way it is. Tahina Paupau as the Ducks get the tip. She's going left to right as we're up on the concourse. Stops free throw line and hits a jumper. And it's 2-0, just like that, Oregon. Bringing it down the floor for Seattle and into the corner. A 3-ball, no good by Georgia Kehoe. I think it said number 11, did it not? That she was not listed as a starter. Let me see, did I get the number right? I got to take a look. She could turn around and I could take her hair is kind of covering the number. No, it is number 13, yeah. So it was Vice Neat. Here's a turnaround jumper, left elbow by Sedona Prince. Boley, offensive rebound, and the putback is good. 4-0 Ducks. Seattle in black and red trim. White numerals, Ducks in their home whites with green numerals. Ball knocked away, diving on the floor. Boley with Mackenzie Williams, and it will stay with the Red Hawks as the Ducks got the opening tip. It's going to be interesting, Bev, to see the defense that the Ducks took 4 years for that group, the 2016 group, to really dig in defensively. They got a lot of newbies.
You do, but they've got some speed, and I think they've got some determination to play the game right.
Drive by Williams.
At that end.
Got met at the rim by Sedona Prince. Went over the rim. Rebound Ducks, other end. Jazz Shelley, 3 left wing. Got her own long rebound. Dishes back to Mike Zell, the sharpshooter, short on the 3-ball, and it comes down to Calhoun for Seattle. Right up the middle, weaving her way. Turning Shelley back and forth, and then try to pass underneath to a teammate, Izano. And it went out of bounds off of the Ducks. 24 shot clock. And Calhoun to inbound, and the bucket up and good by Maddie Phillips. And Seattle gets on board with 8:39 to go on the scoreboard. 4-2 Oregon. Tahina Paupau goes to the right side, screened by Sedona Prince. Now goes to post up, gets it from the wing from Jazz Shelley, backing up, fades, back iron, kicks out, and the rebound, Izanu for Seattle. She likes that fadeaway. She talks about that she likes it. And it looks good. It just didn't go. Here's a long 2-ball by Phillips. No good. Kicked around it. Paupau coming down with it. Lobs over to Sedona Prince on the other side to lay it in. Just lobbed over the defense. You get somebody 6'7" that's as athletic as Sedona, you could do that.
Well, sometimes young players don't know how to give a 6'7" player the ball. And Tahina, she's got some touch on that ability to make the right pass on time, on target.
6-2, Ducks leading. Mackenzie Williams, a short jumper on the left side of the lane, no good. Rebound Ducks. Here's Paupau racing down the floor, right wing to Jazz Shelley, up for a 3, back iron, kicks long. Rebound to Calhoun. 1-on-2, goes against Mike Zell all the way, hit the bottom of the backboard. Good defense by Mike Zell. And the Ducks with the ball. Down the floor, Mike Zell on the left wing. The transfer from Maryland. Out of Ohio, and a 3-ball, you hear it go through. Everybody backed away, and she said, all right, I'm the shooter.
You know, they're not shooting a great percentage from the 3, but they're open, Terry, and I think that's what Kelly wants. You're open, you're a shooter, shoot it.
And he has said this may be his best shooting team he's ever had, that says a lot. Here's a zip pass underneath Izanu, who lays it in, and it's 9-4 Duck lead. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Matthew Knight Arena, game number 1. Here's Mike Zell, handoff on the top left, it hits. Back-to-back threes by Taylor Mike Zell, and she's like, I can shoot this thing. She does, her numbers are very similar to Erin Boley.
Well, she's always got her feet ready. She's a shooter that when she catches, she does nothing else but let it go. And so I love how solidly she plays. Seems to be very, very composed.
Good start. I mean, this young team, there's going to be some adjustments, no doubt about it. You got to do it in a hurry with the conference season starting next Friday.
Yeah, I think the pace, they've set a really nice pace getting up and down the floor. Tahina, I think, gets the ball moving and into the hands of her shooters. They've had a few just a little bit of some defensive confusion between the bigs that Seattle has been popped open for a couple of scores, but nothing that good opportunity and competition won't sharpen them to be ready next time for it.
Seattle ball out of backcourt. Pow and Shelley had Calhoun trapped on the sideline, and then was it 5 seconds? Is that what was the call?
They got doubled up, and just a great
a tie-up?
Yeah, after a timeout, change-up possession by the Ducks.
We are up here on the concourse, up above the teams, the scorer's table. Here's a pass inside. Nice spin pivot by Sedona Prince, and one as she put it in. She's going to be a load for everybody this year.
I think Kelly will really like that shot. Her last 3 shots have been a little bit of a fadeaway. Not bad, but he really wants her to mix up and get inside, get in the paint. Get in that charge circle so you're deep into the paint, and she did a better job of that, which I think coming out of the timeout might have had some direction in that way.
Her second bucket, and the free throw is good. Ducks putting on some pressure in backcourt as the inbound to Williams. She goes one-on-one against Shelley. They back off with the pressure. As in into front court, Calhoun, high post. Passes over to Jagger, who's checked in, and a little give and go, and Calhoun lays it in. 15-6. As Ramona Jagger, 6'2" freshman from Federal Way, Washington, just outside of Seattle, and here's a left elbow jumper, Sedona Prince. She has an array of talents. 7 points now for Prince. Here's a pass trying to go inside to Jagger, the cutter, and it goes wide and out of bounds. No Ducks touched it. They were trying, but they didn't. And it'll be Oregon ball. Leading 17-6, just under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And in for the first time for the Ducks, Maddie Shear from Florence, Kentucky, just south of Cincinnati, across the river. And she grew up admiring Aaron Boley, one of them. Niara Sabli also in, and she gets it down on the low block, and Izanu could not handle her. To be 2 shots coming up for Niara. Good to see Niara back.
I like this look where you have Sedona stretching as a 4, making that pass from the 3-point line with Niara isolated in the post. If you don't guard Sedona, she's got some range, and so it's a pick your poison in that situation. Niara took it really hard to the basket and was fouled.
And you remember those Stanford Jane Appel
yeah.
high-low, right?
High-low, just really hard to stop, particularly when you do have a 6'7" player like Sedona able to shoot the ball from that range.
Niara rattles the second one in, hits both free throws. She gets her first 2 points of her career, as a lot of them are here today.
Outstanding.
Pass down the floor, knocked out of bounds by Boley. A 19-6 Duck lead, 5:40 left in the first quarter. Peyton Howard, a 5'9" freshman from Spokane, coming in for Mackenzie Williams, for Seattle. Redhawks will inbound in the right corner. 25 on the shot clock, goes right to Howard, gives back to Calhoun, tries a 3, misses. Offensive board by Vice Neat. Calhoun drives inside, and big Sedona's right there, says nope, and flipped it to Izanu, who tried a shot, little flip shot, and fouled by Sabali.
Calhoun is playing a much more controlled game. She's still quick, but I thought she was a little out of tempo against Portland the other day, and I really like the adjustments Coach Barkham has made. They've slowed down even against pressure, so a nice give and go.
It's always nice to get one in, and then you kind of know what you're feeling. Calhoun is a transfer. They said it was her first game. She's not listed, it says by a JC, but evidently she did, either from a JC or from somewhere else, and I couldn't find any information on that. But she's from Granada Hills, California. Free throw good. Free throws, 4 points for Calhoun. Ducks 19-8 lead. Shear tried to pass inside to Boley, knocked away, taken away. Jagger for Seattle. The Ducks turn it over. Calhoun trying to cross over Shear. Best on-ball defender, coach says. The freshman missed the jumper, and the rebound by Sedona Prince. Here comes Shear down the right side. Drives all the way to the rim and scores. It's interesting, Bev, that coach said, she was like Maite Cazorla, kind of likened her to that you got to watch her a few games to really appreciate her because she's got a complete game.
Well, just great decision making on that drive by Shear. No one picked her up, and she just took it to the hoop, and she's going to do that until someone stops her.
A miss down at the other end. Seattle duck ball, lob underneath. Sedona Prince had to gather herself, make a tough catch, and then gather a little jump hook on the left side. And Prince now with 11 points, I think. 9 points. Here's a shot up, no good by Seattle. Rebound, Shear. Here come the Ducks, 23-8 lead. 4:10 left in the first quarter. Boley, left corner, three, no. Kicks long, Izanu with the rebound. 10-5 rebounding edge for the Ducks. Here's a pass on the back door, Howard. And then over to Jagger, blocked by the Ducks out of bounds. It'll be Seattle ball. Prince and Boley coming out. Lydia Giomi is in, and Sydney Parrish, freshman from Indiana. Here's a pass inside on the cut, got away from, that was Chavez, got away from Taylor. And Howard with the bucket. 23-10 Ducks by 13, 3:40 left here in the first. And Chavez says, well, I'll just go make up for it and hit a free throw line jumper.
Yeah, again, Taylor is very quiet but very effective. Makes things look easy.
Calhoun, zip pass underneath. Jagger, Lydia Giomi at 6'6" right there. She just kind of flipped it up, almost went, but missed it. And bringing it up the floor is Maddie Shear, and knocked out of bounds by Seattle. It'll be Ducks ball on the sideline. 26 on the shot clock. Oregon shooting 63% from the field, 10 of 16, 4 of 15, 27% for Seattle. Ducks 2 of 6 for threes. Inbound to Niara Sabali. Maddie Shear on the dribble. Top left, popping out. Lydia Giomi looking high-low, couldn't get it to Sabali. Working around, here's Shear, free throw line. Parrish right wing, being defended. Back to Shear, 12 on the shot clock. Lob to Sabali. Sabali sees the cutter. Lydia Giomi, who's fouled on the blocking foul by Jagger, Ramona Jagger.
I think you got to be really happy with that offensive execution. Kelly talked about in the beginning of the year is trying to teach patience and moving the ball to a team of freshmen. And they did that very well, got the ball inside where a lot of times you need to get the ball where games are won in that paint, and Lydia took advantage of some good ball movement.
Yeah, they're not, so far I haven't seen them really hurry a shot. I mean, it's been there, they take it.
They do, yeah, and I think, that's always been the philosophy of this team. And they'll keep doing that, and with their shooting percentage as it is, it's pretty good philosophy.
Lydia Giomi hits the first free throw, her first points of the season. One of two seniors, she and Aaron Boley, hits both. And it's a 27-10 Duck lead, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Calhoun dribbling out top. Maddie Shear defending, doesn't let her go down the baseline, tried to pass inside, knocked away by Sabali, and it's out of bounds. Off the Ducks, it will be Seattle ball.
Quick feet by Niara getting to that pass before the offensive player did. Kelly talked about her ability to be mobile.
Here's a steal on the inbound, trying to throw out center court. Giomi steals and goes down and lays it in. Lydia Giomi with 4. She read that inbound, and she can move.
Yeah, she had that 400-meter stride going.
Yeah. Here's Calhoun, bounce pass, kick ball by one of the Ducks, might have been Giomi. And it will be Seattle ball on the baseline, 23 on the shot clock. 2:34 to go here in the first quarter, 29-10 Ducks. Head up to Portland, Monday night, 8 o'clock against the Pilots at the Chiles Center. Here's Maddie Phillips back in, zip pass to Howard in the corner. Izanmu.
Nice move.
Nice little hesitation, got Sabali to back off and then hit a 10-foot jumper on the baseline. 6 points for Izanu, 29-12. Oregon the lead, screen by Sabali, pick and roll. Chavez to Sabali, and then a foul as Sabali was trying to gather to go up for a lay-in.
Beautiful execution, and Taylor Chavez, really nice, what we call a pocket pass, right into Naira's shooting pocket, and she went up for the shot. Obviously got fouled before, it looks like, so the Ducks will be with the baseline out of bounds.
And we're up here on the concourse. Tough to see who the foul is on unless it's obvious.
Yeah.
There were a couple Red Hawks there. Here's Chavez on the left elbow and flipped it up as she was getting fouled, falling to the floor. And an and one coming up for Chavez.
Nice move. A little hesitation at the end there. Last time she passed it. This time it looked like she might do the same again, but made a better decision and had a nice scoop and score there.
So 15 foul on Seattle, although an and one coming up here for Chavez. 31-12 Ducks. Chavez with 4 points, her first trip to the line, and hits it. 5 for Taylor Chavez. Tell you last year, remember when she and Jazz Shelley would come on and the defense would pick up in a hurry.
Yeah. It just had that intensity. Very tough. You know, Taylor always has had that great characteristic of doing that, and she was sixth player of the year last year in the Pac-12 for that reason.
Mackenzie Williams on the dribble. Ducks look to trap, and a blocking foul or a little hip check by Lydia Giomi. A little too aggressive. That didn't seem like that much, but was a bump. Knocked her off her dribble a little bit.
Knocked her off her line.
2 minutes to go. Ducks with a 20-point lead here in the first quarter on Seattle. Here's Williams driving on Shear, and a nice shot. Kind of faded away on the shot and got it to bank home. Pretty good defense by Shear. Chavez, cross court to Shear. Screen by Giomi. Comes around free throw line. Lost the dribble a little bit. Now over to Sydney Parrish trying to drive. Lost it. Saves in. And Giomi wrestles it away. Out top to Chavez. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Chavez. They leave her open out top. Tried a three and got hit. That should have been three free throws coming up. She missed the shot, but she got fouled. Down at the other end. Here's a three ball up. No good by Schonifer for Seattle. McKenna Schonifer's checked in. Oh, nice bounce pass. Chavez to Sabali, but she's fouled. Didn't quite get it down. Just bounced off the glass that came out the front of the rim.
Well, Naira's just getting down the floor as the lead post and really burying her defender behind her, and that was just a beautiful execution of just life in the fast lane. The big running and then getting rewarded by the guard.
So Shear, Chavez, Giomi going out and back in Pau, Mikesell. And we got Kylie Watson getting her first action from New Jersey. Angela Dugalich set to check in. Obviously, come in for Niara. She's waiting for the free throws, and now they'll bring her in. So Niara Sabali goes to the bench with 3 points.
Really good shift for her. Wow.
Yeah, nice to see her out there after missing 2 years with knee surgeries. People don't understand what a talent she is unless you watch some film. Here's a ball stolen by the Ducks. They tried to pass inside, tipped. Out it goes out top. Dugalich, she knew she missed it, tried to follow. The rebound, Watson saves it in, and it goes all the way out top. Mikesell gets it and hits another three.
Well, somewhat like last year, sometimes the Ducks' best offensive threats come off of those offensive rebounds, and the shooters get to their spot, and it's very hard for the defense to recover.
Mikesell with 9 on 3 of 4 3-point shooting. 36-14 Ducks, 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's a steal, Parrish weaving her way down. Williams is down there, a little Euro step through and scored and draws the foul. Sydney Parrish. That's her first points. She's been on the floor for a couple of minutes. Coach has said she's not just a shooter, she's a scorer, and you can see it right there.
She is a scorer, and she's quite scrappy on that defensive end, too. I thought she had really good anticipatory skills to get out, take that ball, and take it all the way for a good old-fashioned three-point play.
6-0 run by the Ducks in the last 46 seconds. 5 of their last 7 field goals, and Parrish the three-point play. Her first points of her young career. So we've got 4 freshmen and a junior on the floor for the Ducks. The Fab Five, the Duck version of the Fab Five, all 5-star recruits, McDonald's All-Americans. Used to only see that out west on the Stanford roster. Now it's on Oregon's roster. Here's Vice Neat. Over it goes. Wild shot up by Sarah Rayan. And the buzzer sounds before Seattle could get another shot up. 1 quarter in the books. A good one by the Ducks. 39-14 20-14, Oregon leading.
Identity as an individual, bringing that identity to the team. What are you going to bring every day? How can you find some playing time? How can you help this team? And so, this is a game that's a little bit out of hand for Seattle U, but for us watching an Oregon playing, there's lots to be discovered still.
Same lineup. Pow Pow in for the Ducks. Kylie Watson, Dugalich, Parrish, and Taylor Mikesell on the floor for the Ducks in white. Dribbling out top, Calhoun, and 6'4", Kylie Watson out there, Gardner, no problem. And pass underneath, Jagger with the little reverse up and in.
Very courageous by Seattle U, but they got it.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a travel by Watson, but missed the shot. Ball tipped out into the corner and out of bounds. It'll be Seattle ball.
Excited to see Kylie Watson. Heard a lot about her motor. Kelly talked about her ability to run the floor, her ability to defend, as we saw just there, and her ability to rebound. So
Seattle with the ball, 39-16 Duck lead. Pass underneath, Parrish got a hand on it and took it away. Back the other way we go. Lost the dribble, got it back. Out top, Mikesell. Here's Pow Pow out top for a three, no. Rebound, Parrish, the putback, she's fouled, she'll shoot two.
One of the characteristics of an Oregon team, Terry, is them looking after each other. They're all ready to shoot the ball on an open shot, but look how hard they all go to the boards because they understand that that's a place where they can make a niche for themselves and also get second chance opportunities, which Oregon really capitalized, I thought, a lot last year with their offensive rebounding, particularly with Ruthie down there.
Parrish hits the first free throw. Now 3 of 3, make it 4 of 4. Or excuse me, 2 of 2. And now 5 points for Parrish. And the Ducks lead 41-16. Minute into the second quarter. Against Seattle U, the Redhawks, who lost to Portland on Wednesday at home. Here's Williams inside, stuffed by Watson. Parrish racing down. Here comes a defender, Schoenhofer. Missed the shot, loose ball, saved by Watson. Parrish baseline jumper, no, and the rebound by Vice Neat for Seattle. Got some looks, good hustle. Just didn't get it down. 41-16 Oregon. Williams out top. Switch. Watson there and knocked down the three. Nice shot. Good little cat and mouse game by Williams.
Very well executed and great decision making.
5 for Williams now. Here's Dugalich out top and drives left hand, scores. They just kind of didn't stop her. So she goes, well, I can lay it in.
Yeah, very impressive, the decision making of these freshmen. Really making good decisions based on what the defense is giving them.
Here's Williams inside, and before the shot, I think, Mikesell.
I think he's going to count it, Terry.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
I'm saying and one, so Mikesell with the foul. And Williams will be at the line with 5 points. First trip.
Kenzie Williams is a great challenge for these guards, as is Calhoun. They're really quick, and they go north-south very well.
And a three-point play by Williams, as she's preseason All-Western Athletic Conference. She was injured last year in January and played 22 games. Here's Dugalich, turns around inside the right elbow, banked it home. Not sure she meant to bank it, but it went.
Well, that was a beautiful catch and shoot. Just caught it in the air and turned. Very well balanced, great form. Who cares if it goes in?
Yeah, that's right.
Off the board or not.
45-22, shot no good by Seattle. Mikesell, the rebound up the middle. Now to Dugalich, right wing, fakes the three, drives, double team, kicks over in the left corner. Shelley, 3-0. And a rebound, a foul on Pow Pow as Calhoun had the inside position. Yeah, Pow Pow gets her first foul. And team foul number 2 here in the second quarter for the Ducks. 7:15 to go. Here's a drive inside. Williams will jump hook. No, got tipped around, and she got her own rebound. Over to Calhoun on the right wing. Trying to cross over against Pow Pow. Hesitates, leans in, and it goes up over the backboard as she spun around, and there was 6'4" Kylie Watson right there.
Well, the Ducks are changing it up a little bit, and that time they were playing a little bit of zone defense, and when those guards, either Calhoun or Williams, gets by their first line of defender, it gets even steeper when you get into the paint with Dugalich and Watson and now Prince ready to take over for their guards.
Sedona checks back in, and Kylie Watson takes a rest. Here's Mikesell again, open top right, and perfect. She is something else, as advertised. 12 points for Mikesell on 4 of 5 3-point shooting.
Well, and you could see there again the deliverer of the rock on time and on target by Tahina. She's going to make a big difference for these weapons.
Vice neat, now dishes. Calhoun drives, tried to get it over on the right low block to Jagger, knocked out of bounds by the Ducks. 12 to shoot for Seattle. Here comes Aaron Boley to check back in. Sarah Rayan coming in for Williams for Seattle. Dugalich going out as Boley comes in. Here's a pass inside, and Pow just knocked it down, took it away. Passes down to Mikesell. Being chased by Rayan, missed the shot, did Mikesell with the left hand. I thought she was going to get more pressure than she actually did. Into the corner, Howard drives in the lane, little runner, nope. Tipped around, Pow comes down with it. She has characteristics of Sabrina. She's a rebounder, she can assist, she can score. The shot missed on the pass down the floor. Got a little too far under the basket. Here comes Seattle. Ducks leading 48-22. 5:50 left here in the second quarter. Inside, the lean in, up and good by Peyton Howard. Nice shot. And for Howard, her 4th point for Seattle. Pass center court. Shelley and knocked away by Howard out of bounds. It'll be Ducks ball. Izanu and Maddie Phillips coming back in for Seattle.
You know, Terry, if Seattle U is missing a couple of their better players, this is going to be a team to be reckoned with in their conference. They play very hard, and they've come a long way since their game against Portland even. So.
Yeah, they look better today than what we saw against Portland. Here's a jumper by Boley, and Aaron Boley with 4 points. Ducks have snipers everywhere. You can see that already. I only got to see part of one practice. That's been it. And Bev, I know you didn't at all here with the COVID. It's got to leave them alone, and as you should, keep everybody healthy. Ducks with a steal. Here's Shelley, free throw line, sends over left corner. Mikesell, perfect. Oh, holy cow! 5 of 6 for threes for Mikesell, 15 points.
Well, the guards have figured it out, man. I'm going to punch it into the paint, and then I'm going to pitch it, and that shot is going down by Taylor.
And then when you got Sedona and or Niara or the other bigs,
Back
Lydia,
to her.
Holy cow. Here's Mikesell again with another one on the left wing. 18 points, 6 for 7 for threes for Mikesell. 8-0 run by the Ducks. 13-2 run over the last 3+ minutes. There's a jumper left elbow. Izanu no good. Prince knocks it around and chases it down on the baseline to Tahina Pow. Down to Mikesell, open left wing. Another one. Oh, my gosh. 21 points. 7 of 8 3-point shooting by Taylor Mikesell. Bev?
Well, you know,
holy cow.
It's something when Jazz Shelley talked a little bit this at the beginning of this year when she had those 10 3-pointers. One of the things she said is, yeah, I was on fire, but it was my teammates that got me the ball. And Jazz Shelley touched the ball for a nanosecond, got it back to Taylor because she knew she was open. And that is really what this team is all about. It's who's hot.
I don't know. The players, they go to the bench and they mask up. All the coaches are masked up. The officials are masked up. I saw some basketball games where some officials weren't masked up, so it depends on the area. All right, here we go. Back to action. Seattle ball, 59-24, Duck lead. Into the corner. Was Rayon or Jagger? Here is Williams back in. Pulls up at the free throw line. Glass, and that's it. And the rebound by Sedona Prince. Here's Chavez. Goes into Sedona. Tried to spin and lost the dribble. Out of bounds it will be. Seattle ball. 3:38 to go. 59-24 Duck lead. 35-point lead. Already 21 points for Taylor Mikesell. Here's a drive. Izanu partially blocked, I think, by Boley at the bottom of the backboard. Prince with the rebound. Down to Jazz Shelley. Drives right side of the lane, pulls up, now passes back out to Chavez, top left. Ducks set it up. Mikesell, Chavez, left wing Boley. Doesn't shoot, starts to drive, turns around, backs out. Chavez, 10 to shoot. Shelley gives to Boley, fadeaway baseline, good. Good patient ball movement, Bev.
Very good. Inside out, and then Aaron with that nice little fadeaway, which looks like an addition to her game as well. Beautiful.
Yeah, when Ruthie went down, a couple years ago, and she had to go underneath and play some post. And Coach says she could do it. Here's a block by Prince, but a foul, I think, before that against Aaron Boley. And it'll be, I think, 2 shots coming up for Mackenzie Williams. Wholesale substitutions for the Ducks as Shelley, Mikesell, Prince go out. Maddie Shear back in, Niara Sabali, and Lydia Giomi.
Yeah, the depth of this team, Terry, as we're witnessing right before our eyes is incredible, and I really like the way the staff is getting people in and out. They're allowing them to, get a game-like situation under their feet, and also the players can play hard. I know that there's, with the preparation has been so different compared to other years that I'm sure there's some consideration and concern with the level of fitness, game-like fitness, but really like what the players are doing and taking advantage of their time on the floor, and the coach has given it to them.
Williams goes 1 of 2 from the line for Seattle. Has 9 points to lead the Red Hawks. Hey, she had 20 the other day against Portland. There's a 3 by Boley, no good, and Lydia Giomi, the putback. 6 for Giomi off the bench.
Lydia almost knocked Niara down to get that rebound, and maybe she did, but that's just beautiful, intense competition, getting to the boards.
2:12 to go here before halftime. 63-25, the Ducks. And you knew it was going to be lopsided, but you want to do what you do. Be efficient. You're getting to play against somebody else besides yourselves, so that's always nice.
Well, and I think the players are just grateful to be playing, Terry. This is for them, as getting back to normal as you can. So I think they're taking advantage of this as much as they can.
There's a foul on the Ducks, their 4th team foul at Seattle inbound. Williams over the corner. That is Vice Neat. Ball loose. Jagger throws it into backcourt. It's going to be over and back, an Oregon ball. So let's check the turnovers as Seattle with its 8th turnover. Oregon with only 2 turnovers as well. And Oregon 15-0 on points off turnovers. Of course, they're scoring at a 61% clip. Here's Maddie Shear out top. Screen Giomi gives it to Chavez. Back to Shear. Chavez right wing. Doesn't fire. Shear. Top right now working down baseline. Chavez, zip pass in the left corner. Boley 3. Nope, short. Rebound Sabali. Passes back out. Shear for 3. Good. Maddie Shear. Her 5th point, her first 3 ball of her career in a Duck uniform. Williams right down the floor as the Ducks lead 66-25. 1:18 to go before halftime. Williams drives, gives out to Sarah Rayon, the left-hander, tried a long 3. It missed, and here come the Ducks. 24-13 rebounding edge. Boley right wing rattles it in and out, and Lydia Giomi rebounded, putting it in as she's falling to the floor. And Giomi now with 8 points. Here's Vice Neat with a 3 and an air ball out top. 48 seconds left here before halftime. 68-25 Duck lead. Sydney Parrish coming in for the Ducks. Ariel Wilson, transfer from Kilgore College in Texas. She's from South Carolina. Chavez and Boley go out. And Ariel Wilson inbounds to Shear. Cross court to Parrish. Back cross court to Shear, who brings it across the timeline. 40 seconds left in the half. Parrish left wing. On the short corner on the left side to Sabli. The cut from the high by Giomi, and it's an easy 2.
Very well executed. Just simple, basic high-low zone offense against the defense, and caught Naira down below in the short corner, and just a post-to-post pass, which is beautiful.
70-25. 70 points this team's put up in the first half. Here's a shot off the glass. Wild shot saved in. Here comes Parrish. 9 seconds in the half. Make it Shear. Shear now over to Sabli. Sabli baseline to the rim. Missed it, but draws the foul with 2.9 seconds to go. Schoenhofer with the foul. And Niara Sabli 3 out of 4 from the line. All 3 of her points from the free throw line. Got the big brace on her right knee that she tore consecutive years.
Well, I like that. It was a different look by Niara. She usually plays back to the basket, but she stepped off of the baseline, faced up, swept, and took the ball to the hoop hard, and was rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
Missed the first, got the second. 71 points to 25 for the Ducks, and a shot at half court by Williams for Seattle. And we are at halftime. Holy cow. An impressive start by the Ducks. I think with a lot of newbies, Bev, I maybe expected a few more turnovers, a little more sloppiness. We have not seen that.
No, we haven't. And I think that really speaks to, Kelly talked a lot about his 5 new freshmen and his 2 new players. You call them the Fab 5. I would call them the fundamental 5.
Yeah, there you go.
They're really, really great basketball players, sports-specific skills, but also I've been impressed with their athleticism. They really run the floor well and have great pace and don't get too far ahead of themselves. And so 71 points and a half bodes well, I think, for this season to come.
All right, we're at halftime. Game number 1 of this season, a 25 getters of the Oregon Ducks. Shelly Bully, Niara Sabli starting the second half, Lydia Giomi, and Taylor Chavez. Little different starting lineup than the Ducks had. Of course, he's got to figure out the rotations here in a short order as the conference starts next Friday with Colorado here at Matthew Knight Arena. So we're underway. Ducks passing back and forth over to Shelley, left wing 3, doesn't go, and the rebound off of, or is there a foul?
Lydia, I think.
Giomi with the foul on the rebound effort, and it will be Seattle ball.
Great aggressiveness, though, just right out of the gate after halftime. The national media was a little bit interested in how Oregon might replace 60% of its scoring from the big 3. Well, there was a pretty substantial answer today. That scoring probably won't be that kind of a challenge for them right now.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's just if they can dig in defensively, like Coach says, come March, they're going to be a tough out, no doubt about it. They are already, I think. Here's an air ball shot by Izanu from the right elbow, and it'll be Oregon ball. 71-25, just underway here in the third quarter as the Ducks with a big lead, a 71-point first half. Here's Shelley. Over to Chavez, cross court, and nobody there. Or was it tipped? It was tipped by Seattle. It'll be Oregon ball. In the corner, right in front of the Duck bench, a spaced out Duck bench as they are distanced. They've got chairs spread out. Those of you watching in on GoDucks.com could see that. Here's Niara Sabli going right to the rim. Got her own rebound, back up and in. Niara Sabli. She's got to be getting some rust off, no doubt about that.
For sure.
6 points for Niara.
A nice face-up move and a sweep and drive to the hoop. Just a little bit short, but has really good reaction time given the time she hasn't been playing to get back up and get that offensive rebound.
Back at the other end, Maddie Phillips misses the jumper. And Lydia Giomi, another rebound. 5th for Lydia. And she gets it at the other end. Tries to drive from the baseline. Boley, rebound up and in, and a foul.
Just the focus and the concentration that the Ducks have right now. As us watching, you're thinking, what is Kelly talking to them about? In the locker room, they're up by 50 points. And, he talked about it at the beginning. Don't look at the scoreboard. Don't worry about the outcome. We've got some things to do and focus on being consistent in all that we talk about. And you can see they're still hitting the offensive boards, still moving the ball, really trying to keep etching that identity for this year's run.
Boley missed the and one free throw, 75-25. Boley with 8 points on the day. Here is Calhoun, the drive blocked by Chavez, who then saves it in. It goes to Shelley. Couple minutes into the third quarter, Chavez in the lane, got it knocked away, missed the shot, and then Giomi fouled on the rebound. As the foul will be on Haley Weiss-Neat, 6'3" redshirt junior, Santa Rosa, California. And you know, one thing about Coach Graves, as you were talking about, it doesn't matter. He is very good about not caring what the score is. He's still going to coach.
Right. And it's important. I mean, as the players know, and as Kelly has talked to them, you know, take advantage of this moment, this half, this quarter, because tomorrow is not promised. You know, hopefully we'll have Colorado in here. They'll be up playing Portland in a couple of days, but things change so quickly in this sort of COVID landscape. That is what you have to be, is flexible for the changing landscape.
Giomi 1 of 2 at the line, and on that trip, and 11 points now for Lydia. Weiss-Neat in the corner, out top to Calhoun. Calhoun fires, got glass, and that's it. Ball tipped around, and Seattle comes up with it. Williams drives in the lane, ran right into Sabali. And is Niara going to get the foul, or is it Giomi? I think Giomi for kind of sliding closer to Niara.
Sort of
Niara was holding
checked
her
her.
ground, yeah. Giomi's second foul. And going to be out of bounds on the, well, are they going to say in the act of shooting? It's only the Ducks' second team foul here in the quarter, so they must be.
Well, the other half of the coin too is, you know, what does Coach Barkham talk to her team about at halftime? And really, it's just they don't have probably a 55-point shot in their arsenal. So, you know, they have to continue to work to get better. And obviously, it's probably a little bit daunting to do so another half against Oregon. But, you know, keep your composure, keep working on the things that are going to make you successful, and also take advantage of this time that you have out in the court.
Yeah, they're not going to see competition like this probably the rest of the year. Utah State coming up next, December 3rd. They have a few days off. Play in Seattle. They play at Portland, so play Portland a couple of times. By the way, Lexi Peterson, assistant coach on the staff, former Duck.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd like to be out there shooting some hoops for her Seattle U team.
There's Shelley with a kind of a hook pass across the lane to Giomi. Missed the shot. Here comes Seattle. 76-27. Short jumper. Weiss-Neat, no good. Sabali the rebound. She comes out dribbling herself. If you've seen video of her in the FIBA U18 championships over in Europe, you know she can take it the distance. She can play point guard in some cases. Gets the rebound on the offensive rebound. Here's Giomi. Back out tipped, but goes to Chavez on the wing. Shelley dribbles to the top. Back over to Boley, and posted up inside Giomi. Knocked away from behind by Jagger, and then saved in by Izanu. And here comes Seattle. Good defense by Seattle. They're playing hard.
Yeah, battling. And Lydia battled for that position, too. Just couldn't get a pass directly into her.
Here's Mackenzie Williams with a burst. Goes down the left side and scores. 13 for Williams. Had 20 against Portland, tying her career high on Wednesday. Here's a pass into the post up. Niara Sabali spin with a left hand in.
Well, she's showing her versatility. She gets a defensive rebound with a breakout dribble, which is a luxury for a running team. She faces the basket and scores. She scores with her back to the basket. Really happy and excited for her and how she must be feeling out there finally.
Yeah, 8 points for Sabali. Missed down at the other end. Giomi a rebound. 7th rebound for Giomi. Here's a three by Chavez. No good. Giomi put back on the rebound. 8th rebound. 13th point for Giomi. 5:32 to go. Here in the third, an 80-79 Oregon lead. And there's Shelley, I think, going to be called for the foul as Williams got around her. And from behind, Shelley gets her first.
It almost looked clean.
Yeah.
but I think she got a little bit of body on the follow-through.
So the 5 come out: Savali, Shelley, Chavez, Giomi, and Boley. And coming in, Parrish, Shear, Dugalich, Watson, and Tahina Paupau. The Fab Five, or the fundamental Fab Five.
They're there.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tahina looks pretty happy.
And they're good. Holy cow. They have shown already. You know, they get things to learn as the competition gets tougher. That it won't always be this easy, obviously, but they've got a good base to work with. Williams hits both free throws. 6 for 7 from the line for Williams, and now in 15 points. And she's come out, I think.
Yeah.
Coming in, Calhoun. Inbound to Shear. Little token pressure in backcourt by Seattle. Paupau to the top. Over to Shear, left wing. Inside, Dugalich, left elbow, put it on the floor, knocked away. Ball loose, diving on it, Dugalich. And Aaron Tarasu, who just came in for Seattle. A tie up, and Seattle ball.
Not a bad decision, just a little bit quicker in execution and awareness that it is against the zone, so you're probably not going to get more than 1 or maybe 2 dribbles when you put it on the floor in the middle of that zone.
I don't think she saw her coming from behind her, did she? Reached around. Here's Korolenko into the lineup first time. Passes inside to Jagger, tried to step through and score on Watson, and Watson gets the foul. Kylie Watson's first foul. And we have a timeout. We'll take it. 4:56 to go in the third. The Ducks 80. Seattle U.
Intensity away. But I'm surprised, I'm not surprised that these 5 freshmen, I think maybe that's one of Kelly's moves right now, to get them on the floor, get them playing at mat night, getting them some experience. You also have to speak to this team's discipline, and a lot of the teams in the country, the details and the depth of the COVID protocols and all of these young women have to do to get ready to play is discipline in itself and competition in itself. We've seen many teams in the nation not be able to play through probably no fault of their own, just the insidious virus. And so, it's really great to see their discipline on the court, but obviously they've had great discipline off the court as well.
Jagger at the free throw line. I think hit the first, missed the second. Now 1 of 2 at the line. Jagger with 3 points off the bench. Here's Dugalich up top for a 3 ball. No, Shear rather. The rebound, but taken away. Wrestled away by Tarasso. Thought Shear had it, but Tarasso reached in, grabbed it, and ripped it away. Out top is Schonhofer. Now gives off to Calhoun. Right wing, tries a 3, misses. And the rebound by Tarasso. Calhoun on the dribble out top. Pretty good point guard. Pass inside on the cut by Jagger, and the Ducks read that, knocked it away, stolen away. Parrish, the pass down court, tried to lay in, missed it. Shear there for the tip in. Maddie Shear with her 7th point. And the Ducks lead at 82-32. There down at the other end, Tarasso, or make it Korolenko. Fake one way, spun around, missed it. Here's Dugalich to Paupau, left corner. Shear open for the 3, missed it. Rebound Watson trying to muscle it up, and tied up, and I think going to be a foul on Schonhofer for Seattle.
Well, some pretty good back and forth up and down the court. I really impressed with the freshman's ability to get back on defense after they take a quick shot. Dugalich was open on that last one, but those are sometimes hard to defend against because they come quickly and that rebound is long and the offensive team gets that opportunity to maybe stretch you, but they really covered well. And then again, back in their offensive half court, moving the ball, finding the open person.
So Ducks inbounded on the baseline, worked it out high, and then around to the right corner, and Paupau with a big 3-pointer, and 5 points for Tahina Paupau. Playing 13 minutes so far in this game. 3:22 left In the third, 85-32 Ducks leading Seattle. Portland at Portland on Monday night at 8 o'clock. Here's a jumper by Izanu. And they say a Duck got a piece of it out of bounds. It'll be Seattle ball on the baseline. Maddie Phillips committed for Seattle, as well as Mackenzie Williams back in. And there we go, left baseline, the inbound, and taken away. Pow just jumped up in the air and took it out of the air. Races down the floor, cut off, over to Shear, inside, ball knocked away, got it back and almost got it down, but she'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, in the preseason leading up to this game, there was a lot of talk about Tahina's basketball IQ, and I think you saw it defensively right there. She read the play, saw it long before it even developed, and really stepped in and I think shocked everyone when was able to get it
Shear
up the floor into Shear.
First free throw is good, and that's her first trip of the game in her young career. 8 points for Shear. Now 2 for 2 at the line and 9 points for Maddie Shear. 3 minutes to go in the third, an 87-32 Duck lead. Out top, Calhoun fakes, now fires a 3 short. Rebound, Pow. Tahina down the floor. Shear, right wing, gives to Parrish. Line driver, no, it kicks out. Dugalich got a hand on it, but it tipped out right to Seattle. Here comes Williams, weaving inside, and Parrish contesting the shot and draws the foul. First foul on Sydney Parrish. Team foul number 5 on the Ducks, but in the act of shooting, it'll be 2 shots for Mackenzie Williams.
Yeah, again, Mackenzie Williams, I think, really putting on some great pressure for these young Oregon guards to try and figure out how the game might be played a little bit faster at this level, and certainly Mackenzie has some speed, and she's got some really good hesitation and gets people off balance. So a nice challenge for the young guards of Oregon.
So Williams hits both free throws and 17 points. She went 12 of 14 for free throws against Portland on Wednesday. Here's Parrish back it up in the right corner, missed the 3. Izanu with it for Seattle. 2:19 to go in the third, 87-34 Oregon. A 71-point first half for the Ducks if you're just joining us. Here's Peyton Howard trying to drive, foul on the Ducks.
That's on Ducks number 33.
And Parrish.
Their first foul of the game.
It wasn't Parrish. Who was it?
Prince. Did a Mike Sale check back in for you.
Was it on Shear? Okay. His first foul.
Peyton Howard in line. The Red Hawks for 2 shots.
That might have.
Yeah, I think the last 2 were on Shear, or at least they gave them to her. She's got 3 fouls, maybe the reason that she's leaving.
Parrish only has 1. Shear out. And Mike Sell coming back in. I think her right hand is still red hot. 7 of 8 three-pointers in the first half for Mike Sell, 21 points. Getting her first action here in the second half. Watson dribbles over, hands off on the wing. Cross court to Pow. Try to steal. Over to Mike Sell. Open 3. Missed it. And on the floor, Mike Sell trying to draw the foul, as out there defending was Peyton Howard.
Well, I'm sure they talked about running her off that three-point line just to make her make another shot, or at least put some pressure on her, and they did a good job on that possession.
Calhoun gets one to bounce off the front of the iron and off the glass it in for 3. 87-38. Calhoun with 5 points now. 2 of 13 shooting though. Here's Sedona Prince. Free throw line jumper left open and hits it.
Just such a sweet jumper, so natural. Catch and shoot in rhythm. Nice follow through. Nothing but net on that one.
Prince now into double figures. I asked her, I said, you know, you got to be the Fresh Prince of Eugene. She's like, oh, well, of course. She's okay with it. Here's Calhoun. On to dribble out top, hesitates, down on the baseline, short jumper up and good by Phillips. Good
what
ball
a nice
movement
play
that time
by Calhoun. Yeah. She read that. She knew what she wanted to do. She pulled the defense, was able to hit her teammate underneath for a nice score.
45 seconds left in the third. Parrish Goes to Prince. Lob inside. Here is Watson double
Nice.
team, but spun away from the double team and scored with the other hand. First points of her career for Kylie Watson. Down the floor is a foul by Pow Pow on Mackenzie Williams. But how about that? She felt the double team, could have passed, but then went right shoulder with the left hand.
Yeah, just great composure, making a decision, not just taking the shot to take the shot, but taking what the defense gave her. I loved her balance. She stayed low and finished high. And really what you want to talk to your post players about is maintaining that balance all the way through the movement.
Yara Sopley back in, and Watson goes to the bench. 30 seconds left here in the third. Ducks leading by 50, 91-41. Free throw good by Williams. She's a good free throw shooter, and the way she plays, she's going to get fouled a lot.
Well, and maybe this is a good teaching lesson, because there's another pretty hot guard in the league this year from Arizona that's going to give some people some matchup problems. And so, this is a nice preview of that. Maybe Ari McDonald is probably even faster than
Mike Zell, right wing open. Guess what? You heard it go through. She's now 8 of 10 for threes at 24 points. Calhoun, right wing. Phillips tries it, fires at the buzzer. At the end of 3 quarters, it's Oregon 94 and Seattle 41. Fourth quarter
is a little bit more of a challenge, but both Aaron Boley and Taylor Chavez talked about the fact that they've had great leadership in the past, and what they talk about is just try to be the best teammate you can be, and that's the culture, that selflessness, that generosity, that caring, loving playing the game with your teammates, I think is a culture that is reinforced by the behaviors you see out here today, was everybody's efficient, everybody's disciplined, everybody's playing hard, everybody's supportive, and leadership begets leadership, and so that flow is happening right now with Oregon.
Taylor Mikesell, they worked the ball around, and she had a long 2, and now has 26 points. What a first game in a Duck uniform for her, the transfer from Maryland. There's a drive. That time the defender went around.
Yeah.
Coach will point that one out when they watch film, but
Yeah.
9:23 to go, just underway here in the fourth quarter. 96-43. The Ducks with a big lead.
Oh,
Here's Chavez underneath, a little pick and roll with Sobley, and got some pressure as she got contested at the rim, and then ended up getting her own rebound after it tipped around, and a foul on Seattle, on Howard, I believe it is. First foul on Peyton Howard, and Tahina Pow Pow, they tell her to go over to the right side. The right baseline will inbound. That was a pretty play, though.
Taylor Chavez has one of the prettiest pocket bounce passes. She gets it to her post, so her post just catches and plays, and that's part of being the best teammate you can be. And she gets rewarded with it when those post players
Williams
get it in that hole.
Comes back in for Peyton Howard. Pow Pow to inbound, left baseline. 19 on the shot clock, goes to Mike Zell in the corner. Now on the wing to Sedona Prince. That's a screen, but they're going to be illegal screen. It's the handoff screen. Those are kind of difficult to do and then to call, because sometimes you see some, you think they're a foul and they're not. But
yeah, and it's just a timing situation where, Taylor might have waited just another second for Sedona to get set, because usually what the guard does is leaves a little bit early.
So the turnover by the Ducks on the foul on Sedona Prince. Here's Calhoun, free throw line. Cut off there by Pow Pow. Vice Neat trying to drive on Sobley, and out of bounds. Off of Sobley, and it will be Seattle ball right baseline. Calhoun to inbound. Pow Pow reads it again and tipped, almost took one out of the air again.
Well, I would really like to, I don't know if Kelly's coaching staff charts deflections, but man, Oregon has had a lot of hands on balls, just tipping them, taking the zip off them. Done a really good job.
Inside, and nice maneuver in some tall timber as Mackenzie Williams banks one home, and she's now got 20 points, tying her career high. And at the other end,
yeah, you better not blink a little bit. Here's Tahina running and rewarding Naira for sprinting out and being that lead post player.
So Savali with 10 points, and at the other end, Maddie Phillips with a 2-ball, 98-47 Ducks, 8:12 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, the opener for the Ducks, second game for Seattle. Here's Sabali inside to Prince, gathers and spins around and scores on Phillips. And the Ducks go to the century mark, 100-47. Sedona Prince with 13. Here's Vice Neat and a foul on Mikesell on the dribble. Didn't like the call. Well, they gave it to Sabali. Well, Mikesell was looking like it was on her. Sabali with the foul. And number 3 on Niara. I'll tell you what, I think every Duck out here, his ears are going down. Is Williams inside? What'd you see? I was looking.
Well, Naira just went through a screen, and she doesn't feel like she should get a foul call on her for that. But she's just got to get a little bit skinny. You know, when you try to get through a screen, you got to get up a little bit skinny and get through it, and show the official that you're just not running through things.
Yeah, Niara coming out, and Aria Wilson in. Here's a shot from the corner on the inbound by Phillips, and Sedona Prince gets the rebound. Number 5 on the board for Sedona here in her opening game. Redshirt sophomore officially, but playing her first collegiate game here today. Tries to spin down low on Izano, and Izano getting a little too physical. Foul on her. And that will be
Ariel's
second
pretty
team
focused.
foul.
Still had that mask on.
Izano gets number 3 in the foul column. Here's Pau to inbound, 20 on the shot clock. Goes to Prince, baseline, faces up, fires 15 and hits. Oh, man. What do you do with that?
Yeah, that's a tough shot and a real strong weapon for Oregon, and she can do that.
Here's a steal by Chavez, 15 for Sedona Prince, by the way. No, Chavez gets fouled really hard.
Oh,
I don't know what that was necessary. And here comes Kim Terrell as they went down hard. I didn't see which Seattle player.
Williams.
Was it Williams?
Yeah, Williams.
And Chavez gets up. She's a little ginger, but she's tough as nails, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think it's just Williams is a competitor, and she's going hard. I think she did try to go for the ball, which is why I think both officials are discussing it right now and might review it just because of the fact that did she go for the ball? It was kind of a dangerous play. So.
Is it flagrant or not?
Yeah.
And then we'll see.
Yeah.
And I think we got a timeout. Well, they're not sitting down, so I hesitate to take it.
I think they're just going to review it, and
just going to review, so not an official timeout. Let's see if they.
Yeah, well, that was here it is here.
We see it.
Oh.
Boy,
Yeah,
and they came down
she did get the ball, but
Yeah, she did go after the ball. When you're watching it live, I was like, ooh. But,
well, the impact is always the impact. It kind of shakes you a little bit, and you're always hopeful that, the young players pop up, and most of the time they do.
So Chavez at the line for 2 free throws, hits the first. And Taylor now with 6. Now the free throw. As we were up on the concourse, you could still hear it bouncing from there.
Yeah, beautiful sound.
Yep, the bouncing ball. Both free throws good, 104-47 Ducks. 7:05 to go in this one. Here's Peyton Howard, the drive, little pocket pass of her own to Jagger. Couldn't get it cleanly, out it goes to Calhoun. Edging out, Sedona Prince. Calhoun had to pick up the dribble, pass to the corner. Here's a drive by Howard, off the glass, no good, and Prince the rebound. And fouled by Peyton Howard. It's got to be tough for Seattle. I mean, they're facing size that they're probably not going to see in their conference. At least not the size and the ability.
Yeah, both together is very daunting for them.
Ducks ball. The foul was on Howard. Second foul on her. Sedona out top. Hands off to Mikesell, starts to drive, dishes Sedona Prince, pass underneath Chavez, and it may be partially blocked from behind, then it goes out of bounds off of Seattle. As Chavez knew she had somebody behind her, she tried to kind of shield it with her body, but couldn't get it up over the rim.
She is a tough competitor. She's been on the floor and back up again numerous times.
Inbound is Sedona. Just throw it up to Sedona. She'll
Yeah.
traffic. Chavez, Ariel
beautiful.
Wilson into Sedona, getting bumped, double team, fade away good. Sedona Prince with 17. 106 to 47, 6:10 left in this one. There's Peyton Howard out top. As Coach Barkham, Susie Barkham, pretty much clearing her bench, although she's got a big bench. A lot of people, but some not playing. A couple starters out. Murphy and Keogh, Courtney Murphy and Georgia Keogh have been out start of the season for them. This ball stolen as Calhoun tried to throw across the lane and pass down the floor to Taylor Chavez for the lay-in.
Taylor Chavez gets out from her defensive end so quickly. Her first 3 or 4 strides is what creates separation, and she's just beautiful to watch in that way, and it's nice for her to get rewarded by a nice pass from Mike Sell.
10 straight points by the Ducks, last 2.5 minutes. As Sedona Prince with her third foul. Ariel Wilson out and Aaron Boley back in for the Ducks. 5:28 left. A 108-47 Duck lead. There's a little runner up by Peyton Howard. Good. In traffic.
Nice execution from the baseline out of bounds. I think Seattle U's done a really good job in that area this evening or this afternoon.
Well, and after watching them against Portland, they have gotten better. I think Coach Barkham's got to be happy with the progress.
Sure.
Lydia Giomi set to check in. Foul on Howard, picks up her third. Giomi in for Sedona Prince. Sedona with 17 points, 6 rebounds in 18 minutes.
Yeah. Very impressive and probably feels really good for a start.
We're waiting. Okay, Chavez at the line. 3 of 3 at the line, 9 points for Taylor.
A Taylor-like game, you know, not real glitzy or glamorous, but just really solid, battling in the trenches, rebounding, defensively, always there for her teammates.
She does, you know, what her team needs. I
Yep.
mean, she career high of 25 and can go off from beyond the arc if need be.
Yep. You know, and she's, unfortunately, she's, as a junior, still hasn't been able to play in an NCAA game because of her injury the first year and then last year. So there's a lot on the line for Taylor this year, and
Calhoun
looks like she's ready for it.
For Seattle, step back 3. Dugalich with the rebound. Chavez on the dribble out top. 4:48 to go in this one. 110 to 49 Ducks. 71-point first half by the Ducks. Dugalich, left corner 3 in front of the Duck bench. No, and Giomi the rebound, tied up. Howard on the floor. Howard gets it to a teammate, Calhoun. Here comes Seattle. Calhoun out top. Now over to Peyton Howard, fakes Dugalich in the air, underneath. The pass goes to Korolenko, who lays it in. Nice ball movement by Seattle. 4:16 to go. In this one, 110 to 51. Maddie Shear going to the scorer's table to check in. Mike Sell out top. Giomi down on the right baseline, now to Chavez. Giomi gets it back. And then Chavez cut, but wasn't there. Now Boley comes around the right elbow and misses the jumper, and a rebound Seattle. 3:51 to go. 110 to 51. This one over early, but it's just good to be playing a game against somebody and not just a scrimmage against yourselves. You've been doing for a while, even with the restrictions because of the virus. But good to get a game in. Calhoun drives in the lane, now dishes to the left wing. 3, Korolenko is no good. Rebound, Giomi. Lydia Giomi with her 9th rebound. to go with 13 points. And here's Mikesell, fouled out top by Peyton Howard. I think that's her fourth, yep. Here comes Kylie Watson and Maddie Shear in for the Ducks. I think we're going to have a timeout, and we'll send it your way with 3:17 to go. The Ducks leading 110-51 on Seattle University. Back after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield IMG College. Oregon basketball brought to you by Spirit Mountain Casino. Have some real fun at Spirit Mountain Casino. Also by Rocket Mortgage. Hey, Duck fans, if you want the competitive advantage to score a new home, Rocket can. 110-51. The Ducks with a big lead. Mikesell will be at the line. Her first trip to the free throw line. 8 of 10 three-point shooting, 9 of 11 overall. 26 points. And the Oregon debut for the junior transfer from Maryland for Taylor Mikesell. Mikesell free throw up and good. She's one of those you just look at, you're surprised if it misses. It looks so good every shot.
Yeah.
Hits both.
And she, she works on that game. She's, as you said, she's not just a shooter, she's a scorer, as you can see by her stat sheet. And, a lot goes into that. I've heard people comment on her, they've seen her out in the parks shooting where she can find time. And that's really the love of the game that I think all of these players really have, and what the coaching staff recruits.
3:05 to go. 112-51. Shot by Phillips. Thud off the back iron. Another rebound, Lydia Giomi. Her 10th rebound. Lydia with a double-double. 13 points and 10 rebounds. Here's Shear on the dribble. Lost it. Went to Parrish. Back to Shear. Lost it again. And now Dugalich to Giomi. The Ducks set it up. Shear left wing. Doesn't use the screen. Crosses over. Fires 15. No. Giomi offensive board and in. 15 points and 11 rebounds for Lydia Giomi. 114-51, 2:27 left.
Lydia has earned every single one of those points and rebounds. The toughness that she has.
Calhoun on the dribble. Ducks trying to trap Giomi. And Parrish knocked away. Goes into backcourt, so not over and back as Giomi knocked it away. Now here's Schonifer. Fires, back iron, Giomi another rebound.
Go Lydia!
Down the floor, Parrish, Dugalich, left wing three, kicks out. And a one-hand rebound, Maddie Shear, who says, let's back it up. Here comes the screen, Giomi. And the roll. Giomi misses, but a late whistle and a foul. Vice Neat gets her third, and Giomi will be at the line.
With Giomi at the line for 2 shots.
Lydia now 3 of 5 at the line as she misses the first. 15 points, 12 rebounds for Lydia. You know, a senior, I mean, she could have transferred, but she stuck it out here and is getting rewarded now in her senior year.
Well,
and last year too.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure we've all seen her interviews, but she is incredibly wise and just very, very deep. And I think she's been a little bit of a voice of reason for this team, perhaps when they've had some moments of adversity. And I have always enjoyed watching her play, but also listening to her comment on how this team has done and how they form their chemistry and their culture. So Lydia is just a very unique player, both on and off the floor, in my opinion.
Right, timeout to get Aria Wilson, just substitution in for Giomi. There was a crowd here. Lydia would be getting a big ovation. 15 points, 13 rebounds coming out.
Just must be so rewarding for her and satisfying, because she has.
We're back for the final 1 minute and 12 seconds, 116-51, Oregon. A little bit different in the second half, shuffling different players in. Coach, you got to find out in a hurry some rotations, who plays well together, and with the bright lights on, it's a little different than practice. Inbound on the baseline out to Watson. Parrish gets it back, pulls up, left elbow jumper, no, and a rebound for Schoenhofer for Seattle. Under a minute to go. Post-game show will effort to get Coach on Zoom and get him on the air here for the post-game show. Get a couple of quick comments from him. The Zoom world it is. What would we do without it?
Yeah. Grateful for that, too.
There's a ball knocked away. The pass, Parrish knocked it away to Dugalich. Ducks with the ball. 32 seconds left. Dugalich all the way down and leans into one. A couple bounces on the rim and out, and Schoenhofer the rebound for Seattle. 22 seconds left. New player in, Hannah Martin, a 5'7" freshman from Seattle, in for the Seattle Redhawks. Jagger out top, now 8 seconds. Out it goes, Maddie Phillips fires a long three, and caroms into the corner, saved in, and 0.9 seconds left. The Ducks will have it in backcourt. Aria Wilson will inbound, and that'll be it. And there you go. The horn will sound. Good performance by the Ducks. And Bev, they still have just 3 turnovers, only 14 for Seattle. I don't know. I'm not sure the turnovers are quite accurate, but still, they didn't get sloppy.
No,
I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, they really maintained some discipline and consistency, and